What's up, everybody? Episode 92. Here we go. Let's do it. Cheers, everybody. Happy Monday. Ooh, strong. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how we do it here. What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Wow. It's Monday, my favorite day of the week. Come on in here. Welcome. This is Evening Hour Live, episode 92. You gotta be kidding me. Been doing this now for a while now. And I usually do 3 shows a week. It's been 1 for the summer here. So soon it's gonna pick up back to 2 and then 3. I just got busy. I'm Cardone, and if you're new, this is a chatty show. So hit the subscribe, hit the notify, and please participate in the chat. We got Magic Robot, Matt S., Ashworth, whoever's in here, come on in, stop in and say hello. This is a total interactive live show. There's Dallas. What's up? Yeah, so tonight's episode, I entitled it Male Strippers and Rando Story Hour. So it's a little bit of a wild card with some context. And also, I'm going to have some people throw some subjects out, and I rando tell a story. So let's see. I have some episodes I'm working on writing-wise that are, like, very detailed. And, dude, let me zoom in. So Helen, let me put this back down here. So Helen, one of our friends in here, sent me this cup recently, last week, and I gotta say, this is one of the most unique drinking glasses I have ever owned. And also, the other one that she sent me is also one of the most unique drinking glasses I own. Hey, Ruth, how are you? So, I mean, I'm being honest, this is really neat. It's got this really heavy, thick base that kind of goes down a bit. It says Satan, which is awesome. And I have Sans Bitter in it right now, which is an Italian soda that's super bitter, and you got to put it on ice. So, my God, it's the perfect glass for that. Thank you. It looks like Hawaiian Punch, I know. But, dude, you can hold it like this. It's kind of funny. Very good. So, yeah, again, if you're new, participate. It's a talking show. It's a chitter-chatter. We got Ruth. We got Dal. All these people in here chitter-chatter. How's everybody feeling tonight? I know. It's very cool, right? So, I'm going to go back to last week a little bit. I have some stuff I want to tell you. Also, this is definitely happening, folks. Boom. Right there. It's kind of cool. We're playing a show at Rockaway Beach. This is the kind of a warm-up show before we play with Lunatics at Webster Hall in NYC. And, whoa! No one's seen this before. You're the first to see this. How cool is that? So, oh, my mom is in the house. What up, mama? Yeah, so there's the postcard, and yeah. We keeping it real. Let me go back to the live cam. Yeah, what do I have here? Oh, all right. So, I have removed myself from pop culture. Most of you know that. I haven't watched many movies this year. I've only watched a couple. Seriously, 3, 4, I don't know. I had you at mail strip. Well, we're gonna talk about my mail strip show last week that I ran in a second. But so you like new movies coming out and stuff. I really have been like not paying attention. It's over the head. There's a new Dune movie coming out. Yeah, I'd like to see it. Will I see it? Probably not. We'll see. I don't have any movie subscriptions anymore, so I'm checked out. But the thing that I'm not checked out of is the game scene, the board game scene. That I am definitely still plugged into. I haven't bought any new games this year, but Come On Games, which is one of the big ones, just kickstarted right now a Masters of the Universe board game. Now, if you're my age, you grew up with He-Man as a big deal. I really like the toys. I like the IP. I like the characters. And I always thought how cool it'd be to have a board game where all of the... I mean, it's got 1 million characters. The He-Man as a cartoon was the first cartoon designed to sell toys specifically. There was kind of an unwritten rule not to do that with the toy companies. And they did it. Hasbro made the toy, and then they struck the deal to make the TV show. And every show they would plug in new characters so they could sell the toys. So I always thought how cool it'd be to have a game where you can literally play those characters. It's actually more context for the characters than the cartoon had, you know? So I thought it was cool. Well, guess what? They're doing it. It ain't cheap. It's the base game is $100, and the deluxe version's $200. Now, if you told me 20 years ago that board games were going to cost $200, I would have not believed it. And, you know, the most expensive board game I ever bought was that Kingdom Death game, which was $450, which sounds crazy, but if you think about it, in the scheme of things, they don't make that many. And the amount of effort put into it, I mean, it's a lot of time and money. Yo, Joel, you were tad too old for He-Man, but yes. Joel, your mystery box is on the way, and Fallon, who I don't think is in here yet. Fallon jumps in a little late sometimes. Fallon, you have a poster. So now I'm going to talk quickly about the in-chat gaming. If you go to the description, which is right here below, there's like a button. It shows you the chat gaming rules. And if you get enough points, there's a store. You can go buy either a mystery box or a poster. And the poster's my decision on what you get. I'm going to keep adding stuff to that. So yeah, it's free. Play the game. The more you chat, the more points you get. Yeah, Joel, my mystery boxes are all unique, and I kind of curate them throughout the week. And I throw in a bunch of weird stuff. So you got a box that's about this big, square, coming to you. Where did I mail it to? Milwaukee, Oregon, I believe. Yeah. Milwaukee, Oregon, which I didn't know existed. Pretty cool. So, Joel, thank you for your support, and Fallon, too. All right, cool. See, look, Ruth's already in here trying to get some points. What else was I going to say before I tell my male stripper stories? Which, don't get excited. They're not that crazy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. My reading. So, I've been digging deep in the Xenophon thing, which is basically reading Socrates. And I think you remember last week, and I'm going to put this in the hand cam, this book came, which I have been looking for, and here it is. It's called The Hemlock Cup. And I'm about a quarter of the way in, and I got to say, it's kind of nuts. It's the story of Socrates walking to his trial, and the lady that wrote this book is basically painting the picture of what it was like to live in Athens while this is going on. And this is absolutely mind-blowing to read because it's pretty accurate at what she's doing. And right now, Socrates is walking to his trial, and it's talking about the buildings he might have passed along the way. And one of them was a shoemaker that he was friends with, and they know this because the shoemaker wrote a book about Socrates that's lost. They know that the book did exist at one time, but it's a lost treasure. I mean, come on, can you imagine if they find this? So Dallas, I own Kingdom Death Monster, and I played it for over a year and a half, and I know a lot about that game. I have a copy, and I painted the minis. It's definitely... I wouldn't say it's based on Greek mythology. It's got a Greek mythology feel, but it's beyond Greek. It's like... So I read an interview where the guy that created Kingdom Death Monster, the game, he said he wrote down on a piece of paper everything he liked about fantasy. Trolls, goblins, spell casting, wizards, thieves. And he said after he had his list, he included none of it in his game. Yeah. When I read that, I was like, all right, this guy's cool. I want to see what this is. It's really new. It's really like, it's not normal of a game. It's the mythology is like, it like opens your head up because it's so new and fantastic and like nothing I have ever seen before. I think it gets the Greek mythology thing because of the aesthetic of the way it looks. And it does have some archetypal things, but it goes way... So yeah, back to the Xenophon thing and this book. I'm about a quarter of the way through it. Well, I'm not even a quarter away. I'm about, I don't know, 100 pages in. I highly recommend this if you are interested in philosophy. This might even be a good entry-level philosophy book because it's teaching you about Socrates as it tells this story, and it's telling it from a historian point of view. It's not narrative that way. I love it. The footnotes are awesome. You do have to put a bookmark in the back, so when you're reading, you're constantly flipping back. But highly recommended for people that like to read this kind of stuff. And also, yes, I haven't backed anything on Kickstarter this year, but I just did back that He-Man game. So I will be doing a full review of that. So let me quickly tell my story about last week about the show I ran before we get into this rando. Yes, it is a little bit like Warhammer. That's what I did here. It's a combat game. Yeah, there you go. Yes. So last week, Wits End, I've been running this show. It's my burlesque show. I've been doing it now since I think April maybe. I can't remember now. I should go look. And it's been very successful. It's sold out every week, and the format has been 2 burlesque dancers and a go-go dancer. And me as the MC, and I do magic. I mingle magic and then MC. It's been very simple formula, nothing clever or fantastic. It's just it worked in the space that I'm doing it in. That works. But I always wanted to bring in the boylesque entertainer. Boylesque meaning the guy version of burlesque, which is technically new. And when I first started doing burlesque shows, I did Les Scandelle, also known as Blue Angel. That was the first nouveau burlesque show in New York City, from what I gather. And then Vava Voom Room was the one that was at Fez. And there was a boylesque performer. Well, there was Scotty the Blue Bunny, who was a host. But then there was one, and his name is Tigger. I'm giving you a shout out, Tigger. I know you're not watching, but I'll send this to you. He stole the show. The boylesque guy, he would come out and do a burlesque act as a man, and he literally would steal the show. He was a really good entertainer. Since then, the boylesque movement has become a thing, and it's a big deal. And usually they're really great, you know? And I've been meaning to bring one out here, a performer, but then I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to make it a special event. We have a lot of tables of women going out for ladies' night out, so I'm like, let's do a boys' night, you know, a guy night show. So last Thursday it happened. I booked 3 burlesque entertainers that I've worked with before. Mendel is one of them. The other guy is Ben Franklin, and the other one is Tyler West. And we all work at Slip Room or in various other venues. And when I got there, I knew right away it was going to be great because people were coming early, and the ladies were coming to decorate their tables. They literally were putting tablecloths and decorating them. There was a bachelorette party. There were all these lady tables around. Yes, we had gay dudes showing up too, which is what I wanted that too. And yes, we had straight guys. I wanted that too. I wanted everybody to see this show. Because I was for sure that the straight dudes that had never seen it never would believe that they'd actually enjoy watching a boylesque male stripper show, especially if they're straight guys, right? So I kept telling my friends, like, look, you're gonna love it. It's not what you think. You're really going to be shocked at how fun and entertaining these guys are. Well, it worked. It was wildly successful. It was sold out. It was my favorite show. The guys had a good time. They made tips. It was fantastic. So because of its success, we're going to keep doing it. And the other thing I want to throw out is we are now going to start doing an after party. So as soon as the burlesque show is over at 10 p.m., from 10 to 1, there's going to be like a special ticket price where it's food included with DJ and me running around doing magic and go-go dancers. So that's coming. That starts this Thursday, actually. So, yeah, check it out. Any questions about boylesque, let me know. I mean, honestly, boylesque, so I wanted to book classic, what I call classic male stripper. And what I mean by that is a guy doing a stripping policeman act, the stripping fireman act, some classic tropes that we all know. I kind of wanted to start with that. So one of the entertainers was like that. One of them was more of like the young pretty boy entertainer who's also an acrobat and a handstand expert. And the other boylesque entertainer, his name's Tyler West. He's this tall. He's a little person. And let me tell you what, he stole the show. He does an act that's outstanding. Funny and with a storyline, and really, like, you could have heard a pin drop when he came out to do his set. So I can't wait to do another one. And if you're curious about it, you can always follow my Insta, which is Cardone Magic. And if this channel ever comes down, Cardone Magic on Instagram, I can do a live show there too. It's a backup for this channel. And I always say it, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. It's hard to get followers. Not only that, you're technically shadow banned until you hit 1,000. So, cool. Let me just check something. Make sure everything's running. Hey, how's the sound and picture quality? Every time I do this, it's kind of panicking because there's so many things involved in between me to get to you, and it's kind of maddening. Oh, there's Steven Smith. What's up, Steven? Yeah, so if you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe. Also, the donating type, hey, guess what? I take donations. It costs me money to do this, and I perform full-time. And if you look, people donate anywhere from $5 to, by God, someone did $50 last week. So, it all goes into the show and, hooking this stuff up. So, any donations, great. If not, the best you can do is hit the subscribe button and the notify. Wow. Cool. Thank you, Joel. Yeah, it sounds okay. So, let's do a rando story. I've never done this before. I want people to yell out some subjects that they know that I might be involved in. And I'm going to try to randomly come up with a few things to do. Like, talk about. I have so many stories in my head that if you say a certain thing, that it will trigger a story. Right? We've done this before, but not the same. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. No, I'm hitting the wrong button. I was going to hit... Where the heck is my... Oh! Yo, hey, hear that? Somebody's in my house. Yo! Hey, man. Wait. Oh, my God. Hold on a second. Wow. What's up?
Well, I thought you were doing,
Somebody here.
I thought you were doing the show.
Here, come
tonight.
here.
I
Look.
just wanted to pop over.
Rob's here. Hi.
Oh, hello, internet world.
Well, someone just asked me how I got from Alto. Come on. Oh my God, he knows how to grab a seat and just join in. I love this. Come, dude. He's been here before. Folks, this is Rob. Here, have a seat, Rob.
Yeah.
Dude, do you know what this is right now?
What's going on right now?
Dude, it's Rando Story Hour. And you randomly
Sick.
just walked, where were you, in the hood?
Well, I was riding my bike around, and it's a full moon. It's the harvest moon, and I just wanted to spend as much time outside with the moon as possible. And I thought, who was the spookiest person I knew that lived near the beach that maybe wanted to talk about the moon or look at the moon?
I love this. Oh my God.
I thought I would stop over.
So, let's see. Everybody watching, this is Rob. And Rob, this is the chatty chat.
For sure, I'm trying to understand.
A surprise guest. So Rob is a neighbor and a friend and another Rockaway Beach artist person out here that we live well out here. And he makes music. Oh, look. So this is the record I was bragging about 2 weeks ago. Look. Bada boom.
How convenient that you had that sitting right there.
Well, because I play it all the time.
Oh, sick. Thank you so much.
So this is his new live record. It's Wild Yaks. So if you... giving you your plug now. No dress code. I love it.
Sick. Because I'm dressed down?
Yeah. He's got shorts, no shoes. Dude, we don't wear shoes out here. There's no shoes. We don't need them. I mean, in winter we do.
For sure. I also, when I walked in here and I realized there were so many beautiful movie lights and that the set was so magical, I took off my collared shirt. I didn't want to be warm.
Oh, wow. So, this is cool, man.
Thank you.
I can't believe that he walks in and this is like sitting out, too.
Well, you have told me that you do listen to it frequently.
I do.
This was recorded in the fall of 2019 on the boardwalk at Rippers in Rockaway outside.
Right there.
And I can't believe it. It's such a.
It came out perfect.
It sounds fantastic. I mean, I don't want to say it came out perfect, but I'm really proud of it. I think it sounds great, and I think it captures the energy of what we do. And it is a document from the boardwalk at Rockaway. I don't know how to get it.
Well, okay. Let me ask you.
There's 2 websites. We have 2 record labels. You can buy it from either of them.
Well, if you go to Instagram, you follow Wild Yaks.
Right.
Do that, and then
you'll get all the information you need.
What does that say?
That's one of our 2 labels. That says EJRC. That's Ernest Jennings Record Company, which is a small New York label that's been putting out records of mine for more than 10 years. And Open Ocean is a record label that Matt Walsh started just next door to here on Beach 91st Street.
That way, 2 houses. So I mean,
a collaborative release.
Honestly, you also have music on all the Spotify's and whatnots. Your stuff's
for
on
sure.
That. Yeah.
It's available wherever music streams.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of more curious about are there any Rando stories I need?
Oh yeah. Well, someone asked me. People just wander into your house in their underpants.
These are in my underpants. This is a bathing suit adorned with cats. Then I'm wearing this shirt from my friend Brianna Barbara. She's a great singer-songwriter with this Egyptian theme, which I thought went well with the cats.
I love it.
And I've been wearing this since yesterday.
You know what we should do later?
Yeah.
We should tub it. We should
full
moon hot tub.
For sure. We should
full
moon hot tub. Yeah, but how do we take the... Adam's hot tub has a cover, has like a sun cover on it. How do we... The sun cover's got to be movable so that when we're in it at night, there's a full moon. We can see the full moon from the hot tub.
So what's funny is Rob today came over earlier, like really early, like morning-ish or late morning, and we had a Roman afternoon, which was hot baths outside.
For sure. Also...
And then food.
For sure, but also philosophizing in the hot tub. Like we be talking in the hot tub about all the things, which I guess all the things are love, what is a man, what should a person do with their life, how could the world be made a better place,
free will,
lots
of free will, which this show we do go into that a lot.
For sure, although I don't know that I believe in free will necessarily.
Oh, I don't. I'm out. I checked out.
And I have a kind of not great male stripper story.
Oh yeah. It says here male strippers. You do?
Well, it's just one time I was in Chicago, and I used to live in Minneapolis, and a bunch of buddies of mine in Minneapolis had gone to art school in Chicago, and we would go to Chicago sometimes to see old friends of theirs, and also party in Chicago. Roman afternoon sounds like a sex act.
Look, someone wrote.
He talked about male strippers, and then some guy in his underwear shows up. I could take my shirt off. Should I do the rest of the show topless?
Dude, our house. There you go. See, this is how this place rolls.
For sure.
There you go. Now tell your story.
So we used to go to Chicago to basically get wasted and be wild, and me and my friend Jason were walking down the street somewhere in Chicago. I have no idea, and we passed this house that had some feather boas on a lamp on the stoop, and the door was open, and a kind of
wait. This is a house?
Yeah, like a house in Chicago, the door was open, and there was kind of a bordello-esque light was shining out of the house, and I just was looking at the house, and I was like, what is that? And then a woman in lingerie came out of the house, and she seemed very drunk.
Was this a house of ill repute?
I had no idea. I'm just telling you it as it came to me, and then I'm looking at this house with the door open, and a woman in lingerie walks out, and I sort of stop on the sidewalk, and she walks over to us, and she starts yelling, thank God the male strippers are here. You guys are late. And she grabs me, and she tries to drag me into the house, and I didn't go, and I got away from her, and then as she kind of caught me a couple steps towards the house, and I saw there were other women in the doorway, also in lingerie, also very drunk, and that it was like a bachelorette party.
Oh my God! And they thought you were the male stripper.
I don't think they really thought I was the male stripper.
They were just trying to drag you.
This was not in New Orleans. I got some New Orleans stories, but no, this was in Chicago. I just think she saw me and she was like, "This ridiculous person. I'm gonna grab this dude, and drag him in." And I got away from her, and I was like, "No, I'm not a male stripper." And I walked away, and almost immediately regretted it. And I was like, "What? Why would you not?" So the moral of the story is, if anyone ever tries to drag you into a house and force you to be a male stripper, you should do it.
Cause you're like, wow, what would have happened?
Not even for any only for the experience. Not even for just why would you not walk into a room full of strangers?
You're just and
begin entertaining them and take your clothes off.
Imagine if that actually went through. You'd walk in. There's a stadium seating set up. Ruth, you're from Chicago. I didn't realize that.
Sure, I wish I could remember where in I was very drunk. I don't remember where. It's also Chicago was the only place I ever paid for a dance. They have bars still where a girl comes up to you and she's like, "You want a shot of tequila?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then she's like, "Will you buy me one too?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then you have 2 shots of tequila and you look at her when she drinks it and you don't think, yeah, talk about a missed opportunity is right. If someone tries to drag you in a house and make you be a stripper, you should
do it.
Anyway, that's enough about that.
Wow. I mean, I used to go dance at Don Hills for the gay boys. It was I mean, being a straight dude go dancing was kind of cool. It was fun. It was I liked it. It was cool.
Sure.
I mean, I was no complaints. It's a decent gig.
For sure. I would be so stoked. If I was stripping and someone gave me money, I would be so stoked. Nothing like that has ever
it's like, what? I mean, I made pairs of buttless jeans. I used to cut the butt out of jeans.
I'm cold.
Is it cold in here?
Am I allowed to put my shirt back on?
I mean, you're the one who took your shirt off. Yeah, put your shirt on. It is chilly in here because I have the AC on. I run an air conditioner. You don't know this because you're not in my room here, but all the lights in here for this show make the room really hot, so I usually put the AC on, which is why it's cold. Yo, do you want to play a tune?
If you all want me to.
Dude! I have instruments there. Grab one.
I'm going to use this one right here. That's like my record is so conveniently placed.
It's just, there's instruments here. Let's
do we need to sound check?
Wait, what's this? Wait, what's the end of the Shots of Tequila story?
Oh, yeah. So then after we failed to be male strippers, we went into this bar where this girl came up to me and she asked me to buy myself and her shots of tequila. So then I bought 2 shots of tequila, and I thought the way she drank hers, I was like, hers is not tequila. I just paid for her to have a shot of water.
Or fruit punch or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Well, whatever. Like, it was, like, clear. And then she asked me if I wanted to dance. And like, while I love to dance, I don't actually know how to, like, partner dance whatsoever because I'm from New Jersey.
So this wasn't a strip bar. This was just a bar.
No, this was in a different place. Like,
wow.
But in the same night of wandering around Chicago, I also paid for a dance. And the only time in my life, she was like... And I think it was like $5 or something.
And it wasn't a lap dance. It was just a dance.
No. It was a Mexican bar, and they were like the tequila hustlers were Mexican girls, and there was Mexican music playing. And she asked me if I wanted to dance, and I was like, yeah, totally. And she was like, it's like $5 or whatever. and I was like, that's totally cool. Here's $5. But I told her I was like, I don't really know how to partner dance, so be patient with me.
Wow, I did not know. Okay, because in Japan, they have a thing called a piano bar. Did you ever hear of piano bar? It's a strip club with no stripping.
You stuffed money in Ruth's bra before?
Did I? Let's see.
And she still has the money.
You know what? We did at a party. It was at the after party for the Nude Witch review. It might have been. Yeah.
Should have been there, man.
That
should have been there.
That's possible. But yeah, dude. So this guy here's singer and player. Here. Want to do a song? Sound check.
How's the volume of the guitar?
Let us know. Yeah, there's a delay, so we'll know. Okay, here we go. Yep. Must sound good.
You ready?
Go ahead.
I'm a simple man with a simple friend. It's getting dark soon. Gonna smoke and drink together again. You don't have to tell me. No more questions. Yeah, man. We got vibration.
Yeah.
We're not made of monumental deeds. We're not made of monumental deeds. Sometimes it's enough just to hear another human being breathe. No, we're not made of monumental deeds. It's true. I'm an old man without a job that lives at the beach.
Yeah.
Got credit card bills. And I laugh to myself about the useless lives of men of peace. What hopes, what dreams. It's all right here, it's within your reach. Is love just what it seems? I'm your student, please begin to teach. No, we're not men of monumental deeds. No, we're not men of monumental deeds. As for ambition, there's just one woman I wanna please. No, we're not men of monumental deeds. Are you feeling lucky? 'Cause I'm bad luck, maybe with a yin and yang combined. Sucking on in yin. My arms are open, let's fall like tears. Collide and do not divide.
Oh, did we break a string?
We did. But that was cool. That was the last part. That'll
Oh!
do. Collide and do not divide. And whole new universes spring into life. And whole new universes spring into life. And whole new universes spring into life. Thank you so much, you guys.
Wow.
That was fun.
Oh my God, I love it.
Also, I have a name. I'm called Underpants Man, and I'm invited to the desert.
I love it.
That's fantastic. Thank you
love
guys
it.
so much.
Wow,
How
that
can
was
we get-
really. I mean, you guys. They said it sounded great.
Sick.
In the room, it sounds really. It sounds
Yeah,
great.
it felt all right, and I was looking at the sound level. I didn't
It's
think
good.
it was. I didn't
No.
think it was clipping.
I'm impressed. That sounded fantastic. I never heard. That's a new one.
Yeah, that I wrote during COVID. That's like April 2020. I was quarantined alone. I was looking out the window. I felt quite convinced that everyone was on the earth was gonna die, and I was never gonna have sex ever again, and that the love that I had been looking for my entire life wasn't gonna happen, and I had run out of opportunities. And I thought, if nothing else, I just wish I was quarantined with somebody else. And I wrote a bunch of songs like out the window.
We were writing weird shit too.
No, it's true,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
true.
He would come over here and we would write. We'd written a bunch of songs just for.
Thank you guys. Thank you for saying it was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry that a string broke.
Hi Lilith. Hi Peoples. Yeah. Well, strings break. It's live
sure,
music. That's
for
what.
sure,
That's live music.
for sure.
I'm gonna be honest. That sounds freaking awesome, dude. That's
Thanks,
a good
man.
song.
Thanks, man.
So that kind of heartfelt vibe is what Wild Yaks is. It's got a very heartful,
for sure, with the whole band, you know.
and it's a sing-along vibe too. The
for
Wild
sure,
Yaks.
for sure.
I like Wild Yaks a lot.
Thank you.
I
You've come
do.
to many shows.
I don't
It's
say
always-
that too often.
No, for sure. And I've seen you come to a bunch of shows, and I've seen you like you're up coming
I
up to the
trip out.
front. Thank you so much.
I like, yeah. I'm a fan of his band, honestly.
I guess I'm gonna take off maybe, right? Let you finish the
No,
show
you
on
can-
your
no,
own
you can hang for a
without
second.
Underpants Man.
No, Underpants Man can hang.
I mean, I wish there was a rando story generator.
Well, okay. So someone asked me how I got from Altoona to here. Let's ask you. How did you get to Rockaway? What brought you to Rockaway?
I mean, so many. What's the best short weird story of that?
I mean, the ocean brought me.
No, yeah, for sure. But I was living in Williamsburg in a tiny room with no windows, and my older brother, who I had looked up to my entire life as like the toughest, most competent person I ever met,
The one
had
I know?
had gone and been a mercenary in Africa and got so fucking crazy from doing that he moved to San Diego and started surfing and smoking pot. And then he moved back east, and he started sharing my bed. My older brother was sharing my bed in my bedroom with no windows on Bedford Avenue, North 7th, in the year 2000. And I felt so crazy to be supporting my older brother. And he had become a surfer, and he discovered Rockaway because it was a place to surf. And for years, I only came here as a place that if you were partying in Brooklyn and you turned to someone in a car and you'd be like, "Let's go out to Rockaway," and it meant like skinny dip and have a bonfire and jump in the ocean and like take mushrooms.
Yes, which people still do.
Stuart Palm broke the string. That was okay. I was getting nervous that the song was getting a little long and there was like one little section left. I'm glad I didn't get to it, kind of. And also, I like demonstrations of psychic energy.
Yeah, well, Stuart's the guy I did my satanic cards with. He's in Hong
sick.
Kong. Yeah, hi, Stuart.
And Joel is suggesting I just stay for the rest of the show, but I just talk too much and too fast.
No.
I
This
should
is
maybe
great.
sit like in a back of a row or
No,
something.
this is good. Yeah, I mean the surfing brought me here. That was it. And I was having my midlife crisis.
Skinny dipping brought me to Rockaway.
Really?
Yeah.
Rob also is the guy that I got to be honest. This last winter, for a lot of people, for me, was a very big learning experience internally.
Thank you. That's so sweet. Of
And
you to
so
say.
you and me spent a lot of time philosophizing.
For sure.
And also, I don't know who started the beach ritual. I attribute you to it.
Rita started it,
Okay.
but we jumped in the ocean every Sunday I did from Christmas until through June. I missed maybe one or two, but Rita and them started even before Christmas.
So I used to do Polar Bear at
Right.
Coney every year.
Right. On
And
New
thi-
Year's Day.
On New Year's Day, and this year they canceled it, which, how do you cancel jumping in the ocean?
Right.
They canceled it, so I said, the hell with it, I'm going to do it at my beach that's right the hell here. So we did it there. And from that moment on, I didn't do polar bear. You guys did polar bear. I just went to the campfires.
For sure. So we would. There was nothing. Winter in Rockaway is without any kind of civilization anyway. And then during COVID, there was nothing to do. So every Sunday, all winter long, in the snow, in the rain, 30, 40 of us would jump in the ocean and then have a bonfire and hang out all day by the bonfire. And people would play music, bring drinks, bring snacks. And I didn't start it, but I popularized it because I have a big mouth, and I just insisted that everyone I knew...
Well, you play music, too. He would do songs.
For sure.
Things would happen.
Me get closer to the mic, I don't want to...
that's my mom.
I know, but I don't want to dominate with my voice.
No, you can dominate. You're allowed. I can turn it up, too. Here we go. Ugh, hey.
Right.
Check 1, 2. There we go.
Or maybe even the mic could come up a little bit.
Yeah, we can move it here.
Sorry, I've been intentionally staying away from the mic because I don't want to dominate.
No, you can dominate. You're good.
Show.
No, it's good. Tonight was a rando show. Tonight was literally, I call them wild card, meaning let's see where it goes. But I thought, no, let's change the tone and call it Rando Story Hour. Well, like this guy said, I forget who asked me how I got from Altoona to here. And, I knew I wanted to come here when I was a little kid. And so that was definitely in the plan at some point. For sure. From Pennsylvania, you're coming from New Jersey.
Yeah, but
city?
by way of, I always, whatever. I don't want to tell that story. I kind of gotta go look at the full moon. I don't want to ruin the Johnny Carson vibe, but I kind of gotta look at the full moon.
Well, is it out yet? I don't even think it's out yet.
Watched it.
Out.
I watched it rise.
Well, I'm jumping out of here in 15 minutes. Wait, it says 0.6 miles away. Smoke odor.
Yeah, what a funny thing. Hey guys, thank you everyone who tuned in to hear me play a song. Yeah. Check out the band, wherever bands can be checked out. I love Adam. No, there's no magic tonight.
No, I don't really do magic. This is a philosophy show.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, hope to see you all again, and also in real life, Adam's mom.
Oh yeah, my mom's in here.
Thank you for having me.
So funny. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, of course.
I can't believe you just stopped in and said hi. And
also maybe why don't you text me when you're done? Maybe I'll come back.
Well, I'm thinking later we can have a hot tub session and full moon it and philosophize.
Yes.
Then
I'll see
great.
You I'll see you later tonight.
Yeah, I'm around.
Great.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you, Rob. Everybody, Rob Rin.
Bye.
All right. Oh, yeah. You're on the West Coast. You don't have full moon yet. Wow. That was fun. Yeah. So great. Yeah, their band is really, really kind of soulful. It sounds like a mixture of rock, punk, I would say a little psychedelia, a little, it changes, but it's got a really live vibe where when you hear it live, you want to sing along with the tunes, which is good. Wow. Well, there you go. Yeah, the Philosophers Club, literally my backyard now. But yeah, we spent a lot of time last winter, literally talking about life. And you know, it's crazy. As I keep reading all these philosophy books, they all said and valued at its highest friendships. They never said family. You don't see them talking about family. You don't see them talking about, money or any accomplishments at all. Just time with friends, talking. And honestly, that's kind of cool. I would agree. I was spending time with friends and chatting about the hard parts of life. What else is there to do? It's kind of fun. But I will say, like, when he's my age, so, every now and then we'll talk about nostalgic notions, old movies and music, but most of the time we don't. We're talking about trials and tribulations of life, and, wow, yeah, the hot tub and the full moon sounds good for tonight. I will ring my gong. I do the gong for intentions. And tonight, I'm going to be hitting that damn gong. It's going to be the fall for me tonight. It's September. The weather is still summer-like, but there is a little bit of an edge to it. I know some of the people are upstate a bit. I think you guys are starting to cool off too. The West Coast, I don't know. How's the weather in Hong Kong right now, Stuart? God, you are far away. Stuart Palm, who's in the house right now, is working on the satanic cards with me, and they're literally really getting close to like going straight to the printer. We're like right there. So hold your horses, folks. What else was I gonna say? Oh, where's my philosophy book? There was something here I wanted to read. So today I'm reading this story about Socrates and did you ever hear of Daimonian? Daimonian. A daimonian was it's the same word as demon. It's the root word for demon. Oh, only 100. Good God. So Lilith says, maybe we'll hit some gongs too. I like that gong, when Lilith writes it, has an S, because I know they have a few. One really big one too. They have a 40-incher that's beautiful. So daimonium was what Socrates said was his little inner voice. And I went down a little hole there. I was like, all right, I knew what it was. I've heard it talked about. Everybody that wrote about Socrates mentioned it. So it's definitely a thing. And it was the inner voice that Socrates said that he would hear that basically warned him when not to do things. It never compelled him to do anything. It warned him when not to do anything. And I think that's kind of interesting. And he thought that word daimonium, demon, was better than how other people described it. People would say the birds told me, or they would say a prophet told me. And he was like, no, this is a demon. And for them, demon was not a negative connotation at all, which it's not to me either. For them, it was a spirit of sorts and a true mystery of where it came from. So I look at it as the part of Socrates that is a bit theistic. Not theistic, but it's the room for mystery. Which I give room for mystery too, clearly. Honestly, there's things going on in the universe that we will never understand. Yes. Oh, wow. So Stuart said it's the Lantern Festival, mid-autumn. They're lighting lanterns and celebrates the moon. Wow, that's beautiful. Well, have a nice festival. Beautiful. Yeah, a gong is like a full moon. Yeah, I love it. Stuart is also familiar with gong work, too. I mean, dude, we have a great group of people in here. Well, exactly. They wrote it with the D-A-E, and the way it's spelled is D-A-I-M-O-N-I-O-N. Daimonium. It's a weird word. D-A-I-M-O-N-I-U-M. Plato does not attribute it just to Socrates, I wrote down. Yeah, so Plato's writing about the daimonium. He talked about it in other ways, too. It wasn't just Socrates had this thing. Yes, yeah, it's the higher self. But the thing that's cool is it never told him what to do. And I look at it, my interpretation from my point of view is if Socrates being clearly wise and literally filled with questions, somebody like him was very deterministic, meaning he could see the course of actions. Yep, true. And so I look at this demon, this true self, this this thing that you don't understand, and you can't really look at it. It's like the part of your subconscious that's kind of an invisible thing. If you are in the right state, you have very clear vision of situations. At least this is how I interpret it. I don't say a little demon told me. The way it comes to me, if this type of thing happens to me or to anybody, I think it's always a little different of how it manifests. So for me, I don't have any personifications for it. I can kind of just see. Ooh, sorry for the yawn. Hold on. Here. Tea. Yeah, for me, it's kind of like I can see clear lines and where they're going, so I know what not to do. But I wouldn't say it doesn't show me not what to do, because to me, when you have a deterministic mind, it just shows you where things are probably going to go, and so then you can plan ahead. Just like the weatherman, yeah, it looks like it's going to rain on Saturday, but it still says a percent. It'll say 70% chance. So that means the wind could blow a little bit and there's no rain. But do you not prepare? If I was throwing a party next Saturday in my backyard and I saw 80% chance of rain, wouldn't I start to go, hey, maybe we should move it to the porch, or maybe we should do something else? You're going to make me yawn again. See, just mentioning it. Wow, that's a funny trick to play on a live show, is keep typing yawn and then watch everybody yawn. Back to the demonium, the demon of sorts. Yeah, I really like reading this stuff, that he had this little thing that he would mention every now and then. And they all mention it. Xenophon mentions it. Plato mentions it. And a bunch of other guys mention it. So... what else? Jiminy Cricket. Referring to... yeah. I'm actually not sleepy, folks, and I can't stop yawning now because of the word... Every time I look down and see the word yawn, I yawn. I didn't drink any non-alcoholic beer. That makes me yawn. I actually had tea, so I don't understand. C'est la vie. I had other things to say, and I can't remember. About Xenophon. Today. So my reading today on Xenophon, I'm on book 3 of Xenophon's writings on Socrates. And today, first of all, Xenophon's a military general. Of one of the most famous armies of its day, and still to this day, the 10,000 Legion. And they were mercenary Spartans too, which is wild. So he wrote about Socrates, and today they were talking about Socrates doing a reference to generals. See, Ruth, you got me. You got to do it again next week to see if it's consistent. And Xenophon is writing about Socrates and what Socrates was saying. It's so complex in that notion of the play within a play kind of a thing. And so it was just basically talking about a guy, Socrates asking this guy, like, hey, if you're the general, don't you need to worry about your soldiers' horses? And he's like, no, the soldiers worry about that. They take care of the horses, I take care of them. And Socrates is like, I don't know about that. Maybe you should be worried about everything. Maybe you should, yeah, Stuart, look, let's talk about that. I am curious. What that means is Socrates is saying, yo, I know you think you don't have to worry about that soldier's horses, but you are responsible if bad things happen. So you kind of have to micromanage. And I always use the restaurant analogy. Now, I've done magic in restaurants. Stuart, you've done magic in restaurants. And we both still do magic in restaurants a lot, you know. It's a place for entertainment. You can you can sense when you're working in a restaurant, which to me, a restaurant is a very, almost like a showbiz place, because you have to get ready for the show, prepare all the ingredients, and then it's live. And once you're live, there's food being cooked and delivered, and it's a very live feeling. When you meet in a restaurant situation, the waiters are like in bad moods and crabby. Well, it's usually because the captain of the ship sets the tone. They're aggressive, and it sets the tone of the whole restaurant. So to me, the general is responsible for everything. The tone, fixing the mistakes, micromanaging. It's like the conductor in the orchestra. He's got to understand the whole damn piece better than anybody. The violin guy worries about his part. First violin guy, he knows his part. Does he know the other music? Yeah, a little bit. He has to, but not like the conductor. The conductor knows everything. So, and I thought that's a great analogy with whatever you are doing. It's like you really, whatever you're the general of, whether it be, even if you work for somebody, you usually are the boss of something, right? Your house, your household, your living situation, your work situation. Maybe you're not the boss in the office, but you're in charge of a section of the office. Who knows? Whatever it is, yeah, if bad things happen, you shouldn't blame. That's what politics I always thought's funny is whenever something bad happens in a presidency, they blame the guy that was before. Always. Oh, the economy was going that way. Or, oh, he capitalized off a good economy. Or the bad economy wasn't his fault. It was the last guy's fault. It's always been that way since I was a kid. And I'm waiting for somebody to, like, kind of step up to that and say, hey, I'm going to take responsibility. Like, it's on me now. So, I don't know. It's a weird situation. Yeah, the whole, like, who's responsible in politics. Well, I mean, oh, Blondie story? 2-minute Blondie story. Here it goes. Backstage at Jones Beach Amphitheater, which is that way an hour and a half. The venue outdoor by the ocean, I think it holds between 12 and 14,000. Somewhere in there. Blondie headlining, Toilet Boys opening. And I never liked outdoor shows. Yeah, I'm not an outdoor musician. I mean, it's fine. But if it's a little cold, if it's a little hot, I mean, it affects your playing, especially if it's cold, a little chilly out. I remember it being warm, so it wasn't that, but it was like a long day. And I remember being tired and just out of it. And I was backstage. Behind the stage was this big open area with like dressing rooms and places to eat and kind of hang out. And so I was hanging out with her, Debbie, and her dog, she had a Japanese chin, a little guy. What was his name? I'll remember it. And so I'm petting the dog, and I'm getting ready to go on stage, and the dog bit me in the hand. I was like, ow! Oh my God, he just bit me. And she went, he does that sometimes, sorry. I was like, oh shit. So, I mean, I was okay, but it was just really funny that he bit. I mean, what if it like was bad and I couldn't play? How crazy would that have been? But I remember we played, and it was fine. It was fun. And then when they played, while they were playing, I was playing basketball literally behind the wall that they were on the other side of. So they were on this side playing to a large crowd, and I was on the other side of the wall. There was a basketball hoop, and I was shooting hoops. And I remember worrying that the basketball was going to bounce on stage or something, because that would have been embarrassing. Stuart says, yeah, the restaurant is its own organism. It says, yeah, the leader sets the tone. That's so true. So they actually said they are a reflection of us. Yes, I really think so. Yeah, any restaurant I've been in, if the vibe of the bosses is weird. You remember Ninja, Stuart? We both worked at a ninja-themed, very expensive restaurant that had a magic thing going on. And there was moments that it was really fun. And, you know, we all got to perform for a lot of people and celebrities and all sorts of people. But the tone of the restaurant was weird, right? Remember how weird it was? The ownership was from Japan, and they were a little fish out of water. They didn't know how to handle certain things. When they had like kind of bully American types in there, they didn't know what to do. I remember a couple people being like, I don't want to pay for my food and just leaving, and them not putting up a fight, you know? I remember one of the owners saying to me, you know, people had fake food critic cards. If you go to a restaurant and pretend like you're a food critic, they comp you. And I remember people doing that there, and I'm like, you should check out these people. You shouldn't just take their food comp card and then give them $300 in free food. That's crazy. You know, people are con artists. So, wow, what a show tonight. Yeah, I'm going to bounce, man. I'm going to go see the full moon. Let's party. Folks, I don't know if Helen's in here. I want to thank her again. Anybody that showed up late, look at this glass. You have to see what it looks like when liquid's in here. It's my new Satan glass. Look at this. Helen Metropolis sent this to me. Look at the shape. It's amazing. Here, I'll put it on here. Helen, thank you. I really like it. Oh, I never heard about that, Joel. That sounds cool. Look at this glass. When you pour liquid in it, it goes down in this little, it goes down into here a tiny bit. It looks really cool. Love it. I wonder what it was for. Where am I here? There we go. Howl. Oh, I'm going to howl tonight. I have some intentions to set. I'm going to focus on having a very productive fall. Being diligent in my morning studies. And being diligent on my show productions that I'm doing. I have some show productions I'm working on. It's a lot of work. It's going to be a busy fall, winter, Christmas time. I can tell. So, yeah. So everybody, let's get out there. Let's go out and howl at the moon. It's a natural phenomenon that is awesome. And anytime it's out, I try to go. We live in the ocean. The ocean's beautiful because it lights it up. So I'm gonna definitely go out there tonight and see. And then it's Roman Bath Party Part 2. We're gonna philosophize. Yeah, thank you, Rob. Wherever you are right now, I'm gonna message him. That's so wild that he popped in. If you haven't seen the show, this tonight, if you came in late, go watch Rob's singing. He's an amazing musician. He really is. He's got a really good vibe. He's got a great singing voice, a really good bouncy guitar style, and he's got some very poetic things to say. So check out Rob and the Wild Yaks. Stuart, let's chat. I'll ring you in the morning, Stuart, maybe. I have to do a car thing tomorrow. I'm going to get up early and get my car fixed. But yeah, folks, I love you guys. It's a really fun group. I appreciate everybody coming in, and I am working on some awesome episodes, meaty ones. A Behind the Devil's Curtain that's going to open up the gates of hell. I'm working on my evening hour. I'm going to do one on my pipe collection soon and my knowledge of pipe tobacco. And yeah, let's do it, witches. Party on, people. If you'd like to donate to the show, my God, I have a donation thing here. You can do that. If you click on the description below, there is a little button, and you can see where to do it. And all the money goes back into the show. The other thing is next week, please keep your eyes open. We're going to start selling tickets next week for this Rockaway Beach Toilet Boy show. It's probably going to sell out. We're playing Webster Hall on the 27th of November, but I do believe that's pretty much sold out. So, this one's coming up. So, if you want to get those tickets, follow Cardone Magic on Instagram And also follow Wits End. Wits End, WHITSEND. Wits End, Rockaway Beach, which is the venue. Amazing. Folks, I had a good time tonight, and I was expecting to have fun, and then Rob shows up, and it's way fun. We should do more episodes. Actually, we should do an episode where we play the songs that we wrote. That's what we should do. All right. Well, folks, you guys have been great. Thank you so much. Keep in touch, and keep your eyes open because I'm going to be doing more of these shows. Again, I always say I'm going to do one on Wednesday, and I don't get to because there's literally, I look at my schedule. Last week was nuts. This week ain't so bad, but it's getting there. So, all right. You guys rule. Party on. I'm going to take us out with the end credits. Thank you. This is Evening Hour, episode 92. Whoa. And you guys rule. I'm Cardone, and thank you. Over.